This video is sponsored by OPPO.
Yeah, I want you to say what you just said off camera. I want you to say it. It's actually funny because he was like, he was just texting on the phone. He's like, am I really gonna commit to this? Because I actually really like it.
No video, no proof.
No video, bro.
Have you ever asked your friend if he's considered switching to Android? It's like asking them if you can kick them in the ball. Look, I gave this guy an OPPO phone for a week. I told him to forget about his iPhone while we traveled. And can you believe he had the audacity to hide his iPhone from me? Like, I literally caught him at the airport with it. Look, to be fair though, I think we got it. Jan is kind of easier to please compared to other people because he does love foldables and he loves cameras, so it was like a no-brainer. Plus, for some reason, he loves unfolding the damn phone.
Do one of these.
I also try to make him vlog and review the phone, but yeah.
It hasn't really been giving me any...
My friends, this here is the story of how I tried to turn an ice sheep into an Android fanboy. Look, don't get me wrong, I love iPhones, but right now, Android is where it's at. Check this out, I've got another phone in here. Check this out, Find N5 with a Hasselblad camera. It's just so pretty. Yeah, I like the foldable, right? This one's a lot thinner. And it has a Hasselblad system.
Wow.
It comes with a case. Whoa, this is so thin. Yes. It's crazy, huh?
Yeah, holy crap.
You like it?
I like the build of it.
Switch, my friend.
Not that much.
What if you switch to it for the Toronto event? Put your SIM card. And just forget your iPhone. Just
Forget the
leave
iPhone?
it here. Yeah, just leave it here.
Leave it?
Yeah, you leave it here. You don't use it. You take this and you take it with you. And you go through the pains. I just want to see. Bro, you can even look. Set up device using another device. iPhone. This is bad. Cheap. So, did I convince him? Yeah, I think we got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
I actually got him to transfer all of his stuff in here. He doesn't like admitting it often, but he really likes foldables.
I see myself liking this one though.
I actually sat him down and made him watch a whole bunch of ColorOS 15 videos. Try to watch those type of videos, I guess. But wait, how the hell do you cook the world's thinnest phone? This is actually 8.93 millimeters closed. In comparison, the iPhone is 8.25 millimeters compared to the N3. It saw a remarkable 30% reduction. Weight, it's 229 grams. It's got a comfortable grip, easy to open. The frame is actually crafted from customized 7000 series aluminum. It's actually so nice. And the back cover utilizes advanced aerospace grade fiber. I think the most interesting part though really is the hinge. This is for the most part the deal breaker with these phones. This here is a titanium flexion hinge. So complex they had to use advanced 3D printing tech to precisely shape the titanium alloy. All of it makes this phone 4.21 millimeters in thickness. Barely thicker than a USB-C port or two coins stacked.
Bro, the UI is iPhone.
Yeah. Yeah. ColorOS is like iOS.
Is iOS.
Yeah.
During its setup, both phones died, so we decided to run a battery test for it.
This is this 80 watts. This one. There's these two. So you're at 10%. So apparently with the 80-watt charger, you can get 100% in 50 minutes.
423, 10%.
Yeah.
Although Jam didn't want to put this phone down because he was really intrigued about it.
You'd really like that, yeah.
Look, eventually that 50 minutes took 65 minutes to get to 100%, mainly because Jan kept taking raw pictures and he just kept playing with it.
Select all of them, click on share, yeah, and then to find the files app, then go in remote, then just find the save.
I see why you liked it.
You see? Welcome to Android.
I see why you no when you not we're not there yet. I'm saying I see why you like this app when we were talking about like the Vivo and the Pixel.
Yeah, it's good, huh?
Yeah,
so
I see
quick,
it.
so snappy.
It does feel like a computer.
Yeah.
That's now I understand. We're not there yet.
Honestly, props to Jan. I respect the fact that he actually tried his best in Toronto. He always had his SIM card in, and as the days went by, he rarely used his iPhone. He understood how to leave AirDrop behind. He fell in love with the Hasselblad after learning how to use it, and he really used this phone to consume media, order Ubers, pay for stuff. This phone was weirdly the only device that would connect to a rental car. Anyways, I appreciate him giving the phone a try. In fact, he gave this phone such a try that he got stuck during our snowstorm at a cottage up north with it.
Look how deep my car was buried in the snow. Taller than the OPPO phone. All right, so my thoughts with this phone, honestly, as of right now, I really love it. All right, honestly, my thoughts with this phone, as of right now, it hasn't really been giving me any. I'll cut it here.
Hello, my friend.
Yo, it works, bro. It's like FaceTime.
Oh, what the heck? I just realized.
Can you see
I
me?
forgot I wasn't on the iPhone. Yeah, I can see you.
What the hell?
It's crazy because it's even better than FaceTime because you can't drive with FaceTime.
Yo, bro. I called you because I wasn't sure if you were still using the phone.
Actually, this one.
Yeah?
Check how big the snow is.
Oh!
Yeah, bro. This was all covered from here.
You shoveled all that?
Yeah, I'm walking my car.
You did Minecraft, bro.
What's up, bro?
So going from his iPhone 16 Pro Max to a foldable must be kind of odd, right? Well, yeah, I mean, it is. It's a complete different phone delivering a different OS and a different battery life. Imagine this. When the phone is folded, it's very similar in thickness to the iPhone. It is smaller in width, but when you open it up, you have a whole new world in front of you, and there were multiple times where I saw him really enjoy the screen, especially in the plane while traveling. It's got a display that, unlike the iPhone, it's got a nice anti-reflective coating, providing up to 2,450 peak nits. Their IP certifications are also very different, IP68 versus IPX9. This foldable has no rating for dust protection, but it's protected against high water pressures and high temperatures. And then comes connectivity for him. Instead of files, he had to use the Android Files Manager. No more AirDrop, which he replaced with Google Drive and then found out about O+ Connect for Mac. The Alarm app, the Notes app, Control Center, multitasking, everything was just so new to him, but I showed him the tricks I showed you guys in the past, and while it was a bit frustrating for him,
It's just there, bro. I don't need 3 messaging apps.
Yeah, you tell the audience.
he was able to get through it. Look, let me give you a bit more of an insight regarding his experience. I think it all starts with battery life. At 5,600 milliamp hour, it's actually pretty solid. In fact, you guys will see it next week during my day in the life, but this phone lasted longer than my S25 Ultra. You see, last Tuesday, when we were shooting our day in the life, Jan started his day at 100%. We actually spent part of that morning taking some pictures to compare the phones. Jan was connecting his Whoop because we actually wanted to spend some time at the gym. Then he tried customizing his phone.
Tell me, my friend, what's your problem? Tell me, talk to
I
me.
love my widget, bro, on my...
Your iPhone?
Yeah. My thing was optimized for my day-to-day, bro. What is sick is that I set up my tool.
Oh, okay, yeah.
You see?
Look, essentially, what I'm trying to get at is that his consumption with the phone has been very much exactly the same as his iPhone. Whether it was snapping pics, him texting people, reading brand briefs, using Google Maps, going through his photos, like just overall him using it as his daily, he was able to get this to last from 8 a.m. to 12 a.m. in the morning when we got back from a dinner at night. It's one hell of a phone in terms of battery life. In fact, better than my S25 Ultra because before leaving to dinner, I had to actually charge it.
In an hour and 19 minutes, my phone will be charged.
What's your battery?
Not bad.
30.
You know, 1%.
Bro, I stay taking pictures.
Yeah, you did like almost as much as me, no?
I want to carry a cable with me.
But you don't need it anyways.
Look, compared to the Fold I reviewed a few months ago, the battery is actually 27% larger. It's the battery with the largest capacity among the foldables, maintaining a cell thickness of roughly 2.1 millimeters. By the way, this also has wireless charging. Everything is made thin in this phone because that coil is 40% thinner than traditional coils. So yeah, the Find N5 gets that 80 watt SuperVox charging by wire and 50 watt by AirVoc. Yeah, pretty cool. In terms of displays, okay, this is the main reason Jan likes foldables. He likes having a mini computer in his pocket, which is why we had gotten a Pixel Fold so he could try that out, which he loved. And this is the main reason I figured it wouldn't be too hard to convince him to properly try an Android phone for a few days. Let me start with the crease. The crease in this phone after a few days of using it has been honestly pretty perfect. It holds well, it's noticeable, but barely. I know that from the N3 they reduced its width by 10% just so they could make this 8.12 inch main screen with 2K resolution and 120Hz refresh rate seamless. And the best part is that it offers a 70% improvement in shock resistance. Overall, it's polarizer free, it's a dual shielded flexible screen, exceptional brightness with 1400 nits outdoors and 2100 nits peak. It's got thin bezels, great clarity, HDR performance, and then comes the outer screen. I feel like I saw him using this the most. He says that the typing experience on this is comfortable. If you ever watched a video on this phone in landscape mode compared to the iPhone Pro Max, the narrower design didn't make much of a difference to his experience, but he hardly ever did that because he just loved using the inner screen for watching videos. Now, this is a 6.62 inch display, Pro XDR compatible with Ultra HDR, pushing 1600 nits outdoors and 2450 indoors with 120 Hz in refresh rate and an advanced ceramic glass. The screen reflections on this seem to be about the same as the iPhone and obviously not as good as the S25 Ultra. Regardless, it's good by today's standards. But what's even better is the camera system, which took quite a bit of time for us to notice it because Jan for the most part was shooting raw and editing those photos on Lightroom.
Like just straight raw, like photos unedited. Oh wow! What the f?
Bro, this looks so much better than my phone.
You just play with the exposure and we see like here. I think this was raw.
Oh, I see. It's like not as good. Bro, my phone pictures don't even look like that, bro.
Yeah, so this is when Jan let loose, okay, and started using his phone a lot more. Everything he wanted to capture, he let the Hasselblad camera system and its post-processing do the work. I think this is what phones like the iPhone and the S25 Ultra are missing, a proper camera system with really good post-processing. This is my personal opinion since I'm someone that comes from the X200 Pro with its size system, but overall, I found that the pictures have proper contrast, less grain, good sharpening, and well-balanced highlights and shadows. There's a lot going on here. The Find N5 has a rear camera with triple 50 megapixel sensors, one for the main lens, another one for the ultra wide, and another with the 3x optical. Great for low light, even 6x with its lossless zoom. I think the most impressive thing is how good it handles telephoto pictures. First, because the AI telescope zoom is a feature that leverages AI, a feature that activates at 10x and beyond, analyzing the image at a pixel level and using the full 50 megapixel resolution of the telephoto camera to restore like lost details. It even works at 60x, which is nice. And second, this here has a telemacro, basically uses the 50 megapixel 3x telephoto camera, which can focus at 10 centimeters. This allows you to capture stunningly detailed shots of distant subjects without any distortions. And then of course it's got the Hasselblad portrait system. All of this supported by some AI photo remastered tools. If you want, you can let AI do some cool stuff actually.
Yeah, check this out. One of those features is remove reflections. You see that? That's kind of crazy. Look at all that.
Like I remember the Find X8 when I was rocking that phone was really good at removing reflections. This is good, but not always. Let me show you an example.
If I do the remove reflection feature, it just won't remove it. I'll show you right now. Look at this. See that? There's like no difference really. But you can unblur images. You can unblur those details. You can also get rid of people. Look at this. Check that out. That's pretty crazy. Clarity enhancer, which is pretty good. Check this out. It's absolutely crazy. Look at that. The difference is so drastic. Anyways, look, don't you find that ColorOS looks kind of similar to iOS? I mean, you guys heard it from John.
The UI is iPhone.
Another reason I thought it was a good idea to let him rock this phone is that on top of everything, it offers O+ Connect for Mac. With John using an M3 Max 16-inch laptop for work, ColorOS 15 makes it easy to transfer photos, videos, and files between OPPO, macOS, and iOS, and it's actually kind of cool because it works really seamlessly, as you can see. The craziest thing for us though was the fact that you can log into your MacBook and control it with the phone. It's got all these modes and functions to help you like just navigate it.
No,
Well, what's the range on this?
bro. Open like Chrome or something.
Let's do the venture.
Bro, you can open Parsec and do a crazy. No. No. What the hell?
Let's see what it looks like.
Touchpad shortcuts. Oh my god, bro. What?
That is so crazy. Like, it's actually insane. You can also download Parsec on your phones. I think the Play Store has it. And you can do the same with a PC or a Mac. But the fact that, OPPO have their own app with proper controls is insane.
Overall, you can send a bunch of pictures between both of your devices. You can preview photos and videos from Find N5 directly on your Mac, and even open any file stored on your phone, edit it on your Mac, and save the updated version directly back to your phone. ColorOS also features AI Link Boost 2.0. It's a signal enhancement algorithm combined with a surround antenna. I personally ran the test, and between elevators, parking garages, spots in the city with weak signals, and my home, I think it was safe to say that this was kind of similar to my S25 Ultra, which is great because I find the S25 Ultra provides better coverage than the S24 Ultra, and that phone was already pretty good at that. Look, ColorOS, okay, as a whole, is great. A lot of people even say it's better than Origin OS. Between ColorOS 14 and 15, the animations are smoother. It makes phones feel snappier, and UI elements seem to have some fluidity to them. The lock screen is now more customizable. You can now choose different font styles, select the information displayed, and even use the wallpaper depth effect, which places the foreground of your picture in front of the clock. Haptics, they are also apparently improved with ColorOS 15.
Oh yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, you feel it?
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
ColorOS 15, like One UI, now has the ability to choose between a classic Android notification panel and one that requires swiping from left or right to view either your notifications or your control center. And of course, this being a foldable, a device that makes multitasking so easy. Yeah. Like, in fact, if you tap the triple dot icon at the top of the screen, you can open a second app or even a third app and just like play with them. ColorOS can also automatically suggest screen splits for the apps you multitask the most with. They call this AI plus boundless view. It's pretty sick, so this is a bit of what Jan has been living with. I did see a few Redditors online being glad they finally can try ColorOS 15 on their Find N3s. For some of them, they really enjoy having new filters for the camera and AI writing tools like AI Summary, which works really freaking well, even when surfing the web. AI Translate is another one that's cool. You can directly translate documents if you want, and it works really well. Look, I know I'm talking a lot for Jan, so the best thing to do is to let him explain his overall true experience.
Alright, so I just talk about my notes, huh?
Okay. The overall build quality. I actually really like how premium it feels. The overall form factor of this phone, it's like if an iPhone 16 Pro Max meets an iPhone Pro. I find it's like a perfect in between. Sometimes with my small hands, I struggle like reaching all across the other side of the phone, or even just taking a picture. I just feel like it's so wide, but this, perfect in between. And honestly, if you need that extra real estate, you just do one of these. Pretty freaking sick. This, for me, is a game changer when it comes to editing on Lightroom. Not that I do much editing with the photos, but I'll talk about that in a bit. And when it comes to like consuming content and stuff, come on. Hit one of these, you're chilling, you know? It's like having an iPad mini, but you can just collapse it into a small iPhone. Now the photo on this is where this thing started going downhill for me. When Andres told me this shoots raw, this is when I was like, that's it, this is what I'm rocking. But then I saw the raw pictures and not it. When you compare a raw image on an iPhone with this one, the raw images on this thing start to break when it comes to heavy editing. But what I gotta say, when you're shooting JPEGs on these, the post-processing on this thing is actually so clean. The colors this thing puts out is actually so clutch. I don't even feel the need to put a preset on this because it's actually so clean, and it's perfect for like for Instagram stories and like photo dump. Now for video on this thing, I mean, it's good. 4K 30, good. I mean, it does the job. Like, it's not the craziest one out there. Do I wish this shoots log? Yeah. Listen, the switch between iPhone to this OPPO phone wasn't as seamless as I thought it would be, but that's simply my fault. I depended too much on iCloud and the whole Apple ecosystem of saving my wallet, my password, and all that. That's on me. But I do gotta give it to them with ColorOS 15 because this thing is actually so smooth. It's snappy, it's quick. I mean, it even looks like an iPhone, so that's something that I'm not mad at. There are a few features I find freaking sick on this phone, which is the 3-finger swipe down for a screenshot and the little toolbar. You can like customize it, put your favorite apps, the apps you use the most. I think it comes pretty handy with just one quick swipe. You got your apps right there. Look, this phone is actually such a beast of a device. I mean, if you're into like these fun little like gadgets, cool fun tech type of thing, you will like it. The multitasking on this thing is insane. Would I switch to this for a whole year? Yeah. I still think I'm gonna rock the iPhone 16 Pro Max as my content creation type of device, but this would be a perfect secondary phone for me. Maybe completely ditch my iPad mini or something. I mean, until Apple drops another one.
Yeah, look, I don't expect them to not go back to iOS. I really enjoyed the fact that OPPO were super open to let me run this experiment with him. So shout out to you guys for working with us on this video. It's a video I've been meaning to make for a while, and ever since I tried my Find X8, I thought OPPO was the right brand for this particular person, aka Jan. Look, we have a day in the life with the S25 Ultra coming next week, so make sure you check that out. Don't forget to check out OPPO in the description down below. So like and subscribe as well. I will see you all next weekend, so take care, boys.